I tried filming this shit last night, but it had simply been, it got too dark by the end of the video. It was hard to see what was going on. So I figured I'd wait it out and I'd retry this today. So that's what we're gonna do. If you can hear it in the background, you probably can because I feel like it's pretty loud. This is Forgotten Kingdoms with Blue Moon Gate Between Worlds. Not at all my thing, but I really like this. This is a Dark Adversary release, and this is one of the Asgore projects. Like I said, it's like a dungeon synth thing, so yeah, I'm sure you guys are probably at least familiar with the name, because I saw it around a bunch of times before I actually decided to give it a listen, and I'm really glad I did. This is one of the weirder, well, not really weirder, but weirder for me in terms of 2016 albums. This is one of them. Check it out if you haven't listened to it, especially if you like dungeon synth stuff and you haven't listened to it. So I got some records pulled out, and all of these are pretty new into my collection. I know a lot of the time I like to talk about things I've had for a while and stuff like that, but recently I've just been wanting to talk about some of the newer stuff, and that's what this is. All of these are newer. So we're going to start off here with some United States black metal. This is kind of a staple for United States black metal. This band, in terms of like ambient black metal, this is, you know, a staple for ambient black metal. Really cool stuff. So this is a black metal band, like I said, from Portland, and knowing that, you probably know who I'm talking about. This is Velvet Cocoon with Genevieve. Now, from what I understand, this is the first Velvet Cocoon album. There is a bit of conflicting information online, though. If you look at Discogs, it says that this is the first one, but if you look at Metal Archives, it says that Dextronaut came first. I'm not sure why, but my sources tell me that this is the first one. Not like I wasn't keeping up with this stuff when it came out, so you know, I wouldn't know, but I believe this album is the first album from what I understand. So yeah, I don't know how to explain this. It's, like I said, it is like ambient black metal, and there are tracks on here that are entirely ambient, but the vocals, if you guys aren't familiar with this, is extremely, they sound like, it sounds like hissing almost, and I think that's really cool. It's obviously, it's not something that's never been done before, but it is unique to this. When I hear that, you know, when I hear this, I know that this is Velvet Cocoon. Yeah, so like I said, you guys probably all heard this. I did get the CD version, which has the same sort of like velvet finish on the front of it. I got that at Amoeba in Hollywood. But this right here I actually got not that long after I got back. You guys may remember when I talked about Vampires of Black Imperial Blood, I told you that I'd gotten a few records from Fallen Empire. The guy was selling off his collection. And I picked up Vampires of Black Imperial Blood, and I obviously got this, and I also got Velvet Cocoon's Dextronaut. There's the back there. You can tell there's a corner ding, but, you know, I got this for a pretty good price, so can't really complain that much. Put out on Southern Lord. I believe this is 1,000 copies on black, and then it was like 500 on like a purple color. I just got the black, but yeah. I like the print on the sleeves anyway. That's the actual album cover right there. It's that way. And there's the back. I don't think there's anything particularly interesting on the labels. Well, it's kind of cool. It's that sort of typical Velvet Cocoon, like nautical style artwork. Which I actually like that kind of thing. It's, you know, underutilized, I guess. But yeah, I don't know really what to say about this that hasn't already been said by everyone else, but if you like sort of ambient black metal and you don't know Velvet Cocoon, something's gone horribly wrong. So check that out. If you dig it, that's Genevieve. Alright, next up, this is something that's that just came in a couple days ago. This is one of those bands that I've kind of seen the name around. I know people who like it, but I never really gave it a listen until pretty recently, when I realized that this band has splits with bands like Drowning the Light and Black Salice. And that for me is enough to get me interested. So when I saw that this was happening, and by when I saw that this was happening, I mean like when I saw it go up for sale. Actually, I didn't even see it go up for sale. I think Dave told me that it was up on Arcane Altar, so I just immediately grabbed it, and it sold out like within a couple hours of being up on the site. So this is what I'm talking about. This is Forbidden Citadel of Spirits with Collection 1. I guess this is just a compilation of demo and EP material. So if you guys have never heard this band, it's incredibly raw black metal. Very loud, raw black metal. And this is one of those things, man, like you put on this and you genuinely feel uncomfortable. It's not so much chaotic, because it's pretty slow most of the way through, but it's just very loud, abrasive. Vocals are super high in the mix, raw black metal, and I really like that sort of thing. So yeah, if you've never seen, this band has one of the most ridiculous logos for black metal ever. I like it. There's the back there, quite a few tracks on this thing. It is a double LP, and fucking these fold over covers, dude. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of these recently, and I don't know. I mean, this one right here is definitely nicer than like the Candelabrum one, because this has some sturdiness to it, and the inside isn't just white. But you know, still, I just feel like it's a pretty lazy way to go about it. Put out on Skold, I guess that's how that would be. SKJOLD. I don't fucking know. Double OP, black vinyl. I do really like that label though. I think that's cool. Yeah, and then the other one is pretty similar. The Forbidden Citadel of Spirits logo right there. So, yeah, not much to say. Just like I said, it's very abrasive, raw black metal. Check it out if you like that sort of thing. I don't really know what else to say. Other than I'd like to see a full length from this band. I mean, they have a massive discography, but no full lengths. So it's all demos and EPs. So, yeah. Here's hoping. Check it out. That's Forbidden Citadel of Spirits with Collection 1. This is one of my favorite albums of all time, and to see it finally get a vinyl release after being out for 17 years, it's really, really cool. So, this is a Cancer Slug with Horror. I've talked about Cancer Slug a bunch of times on this channel over the years, and for those of you who may just be new, because I haven't talked about it in a while, this is a Huntsville, Alabama based underground rock and roll band, if you will. A lot of people use the term horror punk to describe this. The band themselves, they don't use that term to describe their music. So I don't really know, you know, there's a weird disconnect there, but if you like horror punk, then I think you would enjoy this. But I'm just going to call it rock and roll because that's what they call it. So, yeah, this is the debut Cancer Slug album from 1999. And like I said, man, this is the first stuff I ever heard from Cancer Slug, and I fell in love with this shit immediately. It's very stripped down, simple, raw, DIY style rock and roll. And I don't know, man, at the time, you know, I wasn't into that stuff. I was, you know, when I found this band, I was into brutal death metal was, you know, a bulk of what I listened to. And, you know, this is not the sort of thing that I thought I would end up liking. And I don't even remember how I found out about these guys, but I don't know, man. I think the first song I ever heard was If I Should Die Tonight, and I immediately fell in love. And that was like, shit, I don't know, 7 years ago now? Something like that. Really fucking good stuff, man. This band has a load of albums, too. They've got like 14 albums out, and they're putting out their second album of this year, like next month. So, cool stuff. I love the back of this thing. I love the huge Cancer Slug letters. And then a picture of Alex Story. You got the tracks and stuff like that. Love this album, man. So this was independently released by the band, and I believe it was like 200 or 300 copies, but they were supposed to be like all different colors, so no two colors were exactly the same. And I got this sort of like dark blue, purple, marbly looking record. There's the other label there. Just the photo on the front. Yeah, I love this album. Like I said, it is one of my favorite albums of all time. But it is very simple. Musically, it's incredibly simple. Nothing against the album, of course, but I absolutely love this thing. So if I were to recommend any songs to you, If I Should Die Tonight would probably be one of them. The Raven, Little Slug Love Song, Blood on Satan's Claw. Amazing shit, man. Check it out if you're into sort of underground DIY rock and roll. That's Cancer Slug with Horror.
Well, it's alright if I should die tonight. Yes, alright with me. I got my
So, this band apparently has been around since 1997, but has not gotten really any amount of attention that I've seen over the past few years until now with this brand new release from this year. This is Azaxul with The Fleshy Tomb. I think most of you guys have probably heard this by now because, like I said, this is getting quite a bit of attention. And the reason it's getting quite a bit of attention, in my opinion, would be because Gamazaghoth from Moonblood is actually the main guy behind this band. He actually just goes by Azaxul with this project. But yeah, to see that sort of, I guess that sort of style that Moonblood played, you know, sort of live on with this is really fucking cool. It's not exactly the same as Moonblood by any means, but, you know, it is the same style of black metal. There's the back cover. Like I said, there's Gamazaghoth or Azaxul for this release. And then there's the other guy who goes by Wolfen, but I'm not sure. I haven't done the research, so I don't know what other bands he may be in. But the back cover of this thing is actually really cool. I like it a lot. Front cover's pretty cool too, I guess. Now this was released through Misanthropia Discos, which is the same label who's, I believe, is actually run by Gamazaghoth. But it's the same label who put out that Unholy EP from last year. Yeah. Printer sheet here. Not desperately interesting. Now there was 2 color variants of this thing, and I chose the more limited one, which is this red vinyl here. Yeah, super nice. I think it was 200 on red and 300 on black, so 500 copies altogether. This is one of those albums I see selling out and being really fucking expensive. I might be wrong because I don't think it's sold out yet, but I don't know. I feel like it's possible. So yeah, basically it's just loud, raw, reverby, echoey black metal, and it can be slow, it can be fast, and all the time it's just really like evil sounding, I guess. Very not really atmospheric, but it's got a dark feeling to it. So yeah, check it out if you're into that sort of thing. That's Azaxul with The Fleshy Tomb. Alright, finally here. This is a Portuguese black metal band, and this is another 2016 release, and I think this is actually a demo, but this is super fucking raw black metal from Portugal. This is Ordem Satanica with Ventos de Odio. I have no idea what it translates to because I didn't bother looking it up. But anyway, you can see right off the bat, this is one of those Altair Productions jackets, and it's just fucking lazy, man. I know Altair has the funds to make nicer jackets than this, but I guess they just figured, fuck it, they want it to look DIY, which, you know, I can respect that, but it's just a funky decision. But yeah, so like I said, I thought this was a full length for a while, but apparently it's not. Apparently it is just a demo, but it's very fucking loud, raw black metal. Super abrasive, very noisy and harsh, and it's it's exactly the kind of thing that I pretty much find myself listening to a lot of the times when I am spinning records. So yeah, I mean, there's really not much to say. That's the back cover there, and it does just open up. It's just white. It's supposed to be numbered, but like all the copies that Arcane Altar got of these new Altair Productions releases, none of them were numbered. So I know this is limited to 167 copies, I just have no idea what my number is. And I can get it just by messaging the guy, but I just haven't bothered. I will. Anyway, it comes with this little sheet here, just a lyric sheet. It's a picture on that side. And the vinyl is black, but side 1 has 1 inverted cross, side 2 has 2. And these are just drawn on here with marker, so this is proper DIY status. I don't know. It just strikes me as a weird decision, but either way, this is good stuff. I would recommend checking it out if you like that sort of thing. Portugal has kind of been putting out a lot of super raw black metal shit over the last few years, so this is no exception. Check it out if you're into that sort of thing. That's Ordem Satanica with Ventos de Odio. Alright, that's all I got for you. I actually managed to keep this video at a pretty decent length, not even at 17 minutes yet on my end, so yeah, thanks for watching. I'll do this again real soon, and till next time.
To all fear the trends you may do it come true.